We need to talk about Rodrygo. I feel like it's time, man. I feel like it's time to have this conversation. And it's a conversation which I've been trying to have for the past couple of weeks now, for the past couple of months. But I've been waiting for the right moment. I've been waiting for the right time. And I feel like now it makes perfect sense. Now the time is perfect now to us to talk about it, to break it down and to say what is going on with Rodrygo and what next for Rodrygo. Because we've seen the reports. The reason why the timing is perfect, we've seen all the reports that's been coming out for the past month. That Rodrygo feels he's undervalued at Real Madrid. He feels like Mbappe, Vinny and Jude gets all the recognition, all the shine. We've seen the reports that Rodrygo is looking for a new contract. He doesn't feel like his contract reflects what he's done at Real Madrid. We've seen the reports that Rodrygo's looking to leave. He's looking to move away from Real Madrid. He wants a new chapter. He wants a new step. He wants a new career somewhere else. And all those reports kind of is looking to be right after what happened yesterday when Real Madrid was losing. They were losing 4-2 and 4-3. And Carlo Ancelotti looked at his bench and Carlo Ancelotti pretty much said to himself, I would rather bring Endrick and I would rather bring Muniz, someone from the Castilla team, someone who's not been getting any sort of minutes over the likes of Rodrygo. And he would even prefer to start Arda Güler over Rodrygo. And that begs the question now. After what happened yesterday, Rodrygo getting 0 minutes, when Madrid were losing and the league and the La Liga was about to go away, it was about to fade away, he never looked at Rodrygo once. So, is Rodrygo looking to leave? Is he going to make a move away? Let's talk about it. Let's be real and let's bring it as a timeline and let's go all the way back. Rodrygo has been at Real Madrid for 6 years. 6 years. I know you expected me to say 7 or 8, 3 or 2 or 1 years. No. He's been at Real Madrid for 6 years. He came from Santos in 2019, 45 million. And trust me, in his first season, he played a lot of games. In his first season, played over 30 games, more than anyone expected due to the injury of Eden Hazard. But Rodrygo, when he first came to Real Madrid, was always seen as a left winger. But at Real Madrid, over his past 6 years, over his past tenure, he's been playing a lot on the right-hand side. A lot on his right-hand side. And if you had to describe Rodrygo as a player, if you had to describe Rodrygo's career and his moments so far at Real Madrid in one word, in just one word, the only way for you to describe it, put down in the comments after this video. The only way for you to describe Rodrygo, his moments, his time at Real Madrid, is moments. Purely moments. In his first Champions League start at Real Madrid, he scored a hat-trick against Gala. But can you think of any other moment that season? Not really. The year after that, the first moment that comes to mind in the second season of Real Madrid, and he played a lot of games, was Inter. When we bottled the 2-0 lead, Inter made it 2-2. He came off the bench, scored the winner to make it 3-2 at Santiago Bernabeu. The year after that, if you can think for a moment, is when he came off the bench, assisted Camavinga with that in the last seconds, with that cross. First time volley cross. The year after that is the 2-goal against Manchester City, saving Real Madrid. The year after that, moments. The year after that, last season, the 2 months that he had on the left-hand side, playing like Neymar. So I'm giving you moments, stretches of being great, stretches of showcasing his ability, but it's never been consistency. And that has pretty much been Rodrygo throughout his Real Madrid career. The only way to describe it is moments. Moments, stretches, stretches. It's never been a consistency. 6 years at Real Madrid, only one season, double-digit goals. It's one season, double-digit goals. Despite the fact he's playing a lot of games. And I get it. We all know about the fact that he plays on the left. He wants to play on the left. His preferred position is on the left. We've been playing on the right. But there's 2 things about it. Firstly, I don't see his best position being the left. Neither do I see it on the right. I feel like the best Rodrygo position and the best to get out of Rodrygo is the 10. I feel like 10 Rodrygo makes perfect sense because it unlocks everything about Rodrygo's game, which is the creativity, the close control. I think he's perfect in the middle of the park, and he's got the ability to drift either on the right-hand side and left-hand side in-game. The 10 position is perfect. So left isn't, for me, his best position. And secondly, you've been playing 6 years on the right. If you had played 1 or 2 years, fair enough. The right might be not your position. But you've been playing 6 years on the right. You've been told that the only way you can start is on the right. You're not going to bench Vinny. So you've had 6 years of adaptation on the right-hand side. You can't use the right as an excuse. Your fan base can't use, well, Rodrygo's not a right winger. You can't use that. Bro, he's been playing 6 years on the right, fam. That's not an excuse no more. It's not an excuse no more. So now it takes us to the first point. Rodrygo's looking for a new contract. Really? Why are you looking for a new contract? What have you done this season for you to deserve a new contract? What have you done last season for you to deserve a new contract? Are people forgetting what he did last season? Are people trying to gaslight and trying to change the narratives and rewrite history that last season was a good season for Rodrygo? But bro, last season he had 2 months and 2 months only throughout the whole season. It wasn't in August. It wasn't in September. It wasn't in October. It was in November when Vinny went down. When Vinny went down, he went on the left-hand side, had 2 months of greatness. November, December was elite. Vinny came back. He went on the right. Inconsistent. Nowhere to be seen. You can think of one game and one game only, the game against Girona, but everyone in that game played well. Vinny played well. Jude played well. Everyone played well that game. So that isn't really a testament to give us the evidence and to give us a case study. It wasn't. And now this season, can you think of anything? Maybe the start of the year, when he played very well, better than Mbappe, better than Vinny, but other than that, what else is there? So this is what I'm saying. It stretches. He's only got 1 goal in the last 24 games. And he wants a new contract. What contract are you asking for? What are you trying to get from Real Madrid? What? You're ranked 9th in terms of the highest earners at Real Madrid. You are currently getting 12 million a year. More than Chimeni, more than anyone. The only players that are above you, Mbappe, it's Mbappe. Vinny Jude is Vinny Jude. Fede, it's Fede. Couture is Thibaut. Rudiger is Rudiger. The only one you can make a case is Alaba, which everyone knows he's already on high wages, and Militao. But Militao got that contract before he got injured, when he was playing at his peak. Now, you can look at Militao and say, well, why am I below Militao? I hear it. But Militao is only 1 million above you. And if you go to the 14 and 15, it's Militao, Rudiger, and Thibaut. If you go to the 7th, 16th, it's Fede. If you go to the 20th, it's Vinny, Jude, and Alaba. Forget Alaba. We all know he's on high earners. But if you go to 30, it's Mbappe. You're not going to get at 20 million next to Vinny and Jude. You're not going to get to 30. You're not going to be above Fede at 16. Neither are you going to be above Thibaut or Rudiger at 15 and 14. So what, you're asking for a 1 mil extension? That's one. Secondly, you feeling undervalued behind the likes of Mbappe, Vinny, and Jude. That's what you signed up for. That was expected. Did you really expect for Mbappe to come to Real Madrid and you taking all the shine? That was never going to be the case. You coming out at the start of the season and saying, don't forget the R, fair enough. I respect it. You're showing confidence in yourself. You're showing levels, but there hasn't been a moment this season where we have purposely and intended forgetting the R despite you playing well. There hasn't been a moment. You have made us forget about the R. You haven't given us a reason not to forget the R. What have you done this season for you to say, you know what, we can't forget the R? Rodrygo is part of the big 4, despite only the first couple of weeks in 2025. And now it leads me to the fact that he wants to leave. The reports are saying he wants to go somewhere else. And the reality is, I hear it. I think yesterday gave us the biggest illustration and the biggest really reason for us to think that. When you have Carlo Ancelotti starting Arda Güler over Rodrygo, bringing Endrick over Rodrygo, And bringing a Castilla player over Rodrygo when he's losing and the La Liga's about to go away, you kind of get the sense that Rodrygo might leave. And maybe it is a Rodrygo versus Carlo Ancelotti. Maybe under a new manager, Rodrygo will stay. But I'm going to be so real. I'm going to sit down here with honesty now. If an offer came through to Rodrygo, if someone was prepared to pay over 100 million, 120 million for Rodrygo, you best believe I'm selling that. You best believe I'm accepting that offer. And this isn't a knock to Rodrygo. This isn't me saying I want Rodrygo out. Absolutely not. If someone came through at 70, 80 million, I'm saying no. I'm turning that down straight away. But if someone came through with 120 million, 130 million that I can use for better positions, absolutely, hell yes. Because I'm looking at I'm looking at Xabi Alonso, and I'm looking at what he's about to do with this team, and the way and how he's looking to implement his game style and his style. Everyone knows, the reports have been saying, he's going to play the 3-4-3. Wing backs, 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 3 attackers up front. And if we're going to try to guess who the 3 attackers are, it's very simple. It's going to be Mbappe, Vinny, and Jude playing up front in that 3-man formation, the same way he's been doing with Leverkusen. The wing backs are quite simple. It's going to be Trent and someone else. The 2 midfielders is going to be quite simple. It's going to be Fede Valverde and either Camavinga or Tchouaméni. Forget that now. Madrid are in desperate need for a centre-back. Madrid are in desperate need of a left-back. Taking that money and using it wisely on those positions are much greater than keeping you. Because Madrid, I don't see Real Madrid making the intention, making the effort to sign anyone. I don't see Madrid signing anyone this summer. Trent is coming for free, but that's the only thing that's going to happen. We are looking at free transfers and free transfers only. We're rejecting the idea of signing Dean Huijsen because he costs too much, even though we can sign him in installments. We are looking at William Saliba as the next target, but that's when his contract finishes in 2027. We haven't really come out. There's someone saying we want to sign someone. The only way which I feel like we're going to sign someone is offloading a player. And the only really realistic option that we can offload, which we can make a lot of money on, is Rodrygo. Do I see Xabi Alonso use Rodrygo next season? Absolutely. I would love for Rodrygo to stay next season. Maybe under a different system, he can shine. But he's not going to shine on the left-hand side. He's not going to shine in the middle. The only way he can shine is that right forward line. Because he's not going to bench Vinny. He's not going to bench Jude or Mbappe. And now even Arda Güler, which Xabi Alonso is looking at as the next big thing. He's looking at someone which I'm prepared to give the keys to. But what does that make to Rodrygo? And this is what I'm saying. Rodrygo leaving is something that we have to accept, which is now looking like a strong possibility. And it's not something which I'm saying to myself, hell no. It's not something which is giving me a reason to say hell no. Because all the performances he's been giving me this season, it's been underperforming. Subpar. There's been games that Vinny was out due to a suspension, due to an injury. You didn't step up at all. There's been games when we looked at you, when Vinny is not playing well, Mbappe is not playing well, Jude is not playing well, we're looking at you, you haven't done well. And again, it's moments. It's moments. The game against Atleti where you scored that first goal in the first leg, it's literally Champions League and Champions League only. You haven't given me a league moment. The games against Barcelona, the first game we lost 5-0 against Molde, you didn't start, fair enough. The second game you started in the Super Cup against Molde, you didn't play well. The Copa del Rey, you went up against Jared Martin. You got literally dominated. You played against Arsenal, home and away, against a first-time Champions League debutant in Martin Lewis Skelly. He destroyed you in both legs. And you're asking for a new contract. And this is not just this season, this is last season as well. Last season you were fortunate because Madrid won the league, Madrid won the Champions League, and we never looked at you and we never microscoped you in terms of performances. But if we actually sat down and broke it down, there was never consistency last season. And again, this season, there's no been consistency. And this has really been Rodrygo over the past 6 years at Real Madrid. That's never been a consistent moment. It's always patches. It's always moments. And trust me, in terms of moments, he might be second to none. His ability speaks for itself. His level speaks for itself. When it comes to talent, he might be one of the most talented players in our squad. He might be one of the most complete players in our squad. He's got a lot, and trust me, he's got a lot of strength. Only few weaknesses. But the biggest weakness is literally the lack of consistency. Because he doesn't have that. There's never been a moment where I felt like he's been consistent from August to May. It's always, well, he gives me 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but where? What about the 6 other months, the 7 other months? And usually with Rodrygo, because of how good he is, that 1 month will overshadow the rest of the season. But this season, nothing has overshadowed nothing. Madrid has been so cheeks, and literally, if we're sitting it down and breaking it down, when we're looking at you for hope, when you feel like you've been undervalued, you should really and truly say to yourself, this is my moment to showcase to the whole world why I should be considered part of the Big Four. And you haven't given any Madrid fan this season any sort of sign why you should be considered a Big Four. This is the Big Three and Big Three only. And even the Big Three has been disappointing. Vinny hasn't been good. Mbappe, second part of the season was good. Jude has been good. Start of the first season. The last couple of months has been poor in my personal opinion. So this is where you should have said to yourself, all right, Vinny is poor. Jude is poor. Only Mbappe now has been good. Let me now try to showcase to the whole world why I should be valued. And you didn't. So that's why the idea of selling you is a possibility. It's something which I don't mind. Before, I didn't want it. Now, I don't mind it. If someone gives you 120 million, I'm prepared to sell you, bro. Absolutely. Use that money on a left back, on a centre back. And that is the real, honest conversation about Rodrygo. And that's the reality. Right now, from someone who was not sellable, from someone who was never going to be sold, to now, why not? If we get the money, we might as well get rid of him. From someone who was as the talent and all the talent in the world to inconsistent. And that is the truth, and that's the reality about Rodrygo da Silva goes. Put down in the comments what you guys feel. Put down in the comments if you're prepared as a Madrid fan to offload him, to sell him for other positions, and let me know what you guys think. Madrid has now lost the league 4 times in a row, lost against Barcelona. And the week gets worse and worse and worse, man.